Hello students and viewers at home. Welcome to today's online teaching by Odinye Maria Odele of Technical Drawing Department, St. Charles College, Onitsha. The topic is third angle orthographic projection. Specific objectives. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to 1. Identify symbol for third angle orthographic projection. 2. Identify the third angle orthographic projection. 3. View a rectangle block in third angle. 4. Draw orthographic view of a rectangle block in third angle. Let's go to the lesson proper. The third angle orthographic projection. In third angle orthographic projection, the symbol is this. This is the plan. This is the diameter of this inner circle. This is the diameter of the bigger circle. In third angle, plan is behind the elevation. Remember, in first angle, plan is in front of the elevation. So be careful, be able to identify which is which, because in a question, you may not be given third angle, you'll be given the symbol. The third angle orthographic projection. To view a rectangle block in third angle, we make use of three planes: vertical, horizontal, and vertical plane. In third angle, the planes come between the observer. Now the observer is the teacher, and the object, which is a rectangle block. The planes that are nearer the observer and object are assumed to be transparent. So the views of the object are placed where they are seen. That is, the plan is on the vertical plane, and the front elevation is on the horizontal plane, and end elevation is drawn by the side of the front elevation. Hence, plan is above the front elevation, and end elevation is by the side of the front elevation. Remember, in first angle, elevation is on the vertical plane, plan is on horizontal plane. So note the difference, because when you are given a question, you will not be given third or first angle, you will be given only the symbol. Third angle is used almost exclusively in USA, and it is called American projection. Let's go into the views of a rectangle block in third angle projection. Before we look at the views, let's look at the object, the rectangle block. Look at the rectangle block. This is the plan. This is the front elevation. This is the end elevation. These are the views we're going to draw in orthographic views. First of all, draw the hinge line, Z, O, Y. Z, O, Y. And X, O, Y. X, O, Y. At a convenient distance, we draw the plan on this vertical plane, this plan. We project from the edges of the plan down to horizontal plane. Then we mark the length of the front elevation. For the end view, we draw line from the edges of the plan to hinge line, X, O, Y, X, O, Y, at P and Q. We transfer this point P and Q to hinge line X, O, Y by the use of 45 degrees set square. P comes here at P1, Q1. P comes here as P1. Then we project line from the hinge line X, O, Y down to this plane. We come to the edge of the front elevation, project line from the two edges of the front elevation to Z, O, Y. Draw the line to the other plane. Then mark the limit of the end elevation or end view. That's the view. Then remember I told you that in third angle, plan is on vertical plane. Front elevation is on the horizontal plane. And end elevation is the side of the front elevation in third angle. The triangle block in third angle, the plan is drawn first. Then the hinge lines X, O, Y, and Z, O, Y are drawn at a convenient distance from the plan. Lines are projected from the vertical edges of the plan to obtain the length of the elevation. The upper end of the front elevation, that is front view, is then drawn at the same distance below X, O, Y, or the ground line, as the base line of the plan is above it. The length of the block is marked on the line from the vertical projections and the view is complete. For the end elevation, projections are drawn from the horizontal edges of the plan to the hinge line Z, O, Y. To get points P and Q, the points P and Q are transferred to the ground line using 45 degrees set square to obtain P1 and Q1. Vertical lines are then drawn from these new points P1 and Q1 to meet the projections of the horizontal edges of the front elevation to complete the end view. Remember, the distance from the bottom of the front elevation to the XY should be equal to distance from the XY to top of the front elevation. Students, I hope you followed and understood. Now let me ask you some questions to see how far you understood. 1. Identify the symbol for third angle projection. 2. What is the position of front elevation in the third angle projection? 3. Draw the views of a rectangle block in third angle projection. Please do the assignments and submit to my contact number 09098595474. Thanks. Till we meet again.